Well, welcome everyone, and a very, very warm welcome to Rob Collinson, our head coach of the Bulleen Boomers VJBL Under 12 Boys program. Welcome, Rob.
Thank you.
Rob, just wanted to just run a couple of questions by you so our members and prospective members can get to know our Under 12 head coaches a little bit better. Your family has a really rich history with the club, and you as a player and a coach have spent over 48 years as part of the Bulleen program. I'm really curious, what is it about basketball that has you so dedicated to the sport as well as to Bulleen?
Well, basketball for me was the game that I most connected with when I was young. I love it because it's played fast. Everyone's involved. Even when you're sitting on the bench, you're so close to the action, you're still really involved in the game. And for parents as well, who are sitting watching their kids play. So it's really nice, tight game of sport where everyone's always involved in the game. But for me, I grew up at Bulleen in that Sheehan's Road Stadium with a basketball in my hand. So I've got blue and gold in my blood. It's there, and it always will be. But overall, basketball and Bulleen, it just gives you so much, like any sport, but basketball for me gave me so much growing up. I now appreciate those things so much more as I get older. So for me, I want to give back to the sport that gave me so much, and acknowledge the coaches and particularly the Bulleen club that gave me all those opportunities back then. I just want to return that back to everyone else who also loves the sport.
Well, that's sensational. And I know your family, as I mentioned before, really, really strong foundation for the Bulleen Boomers program. So we thank people like yourself and your family for all your contribution. So Rob, as the head coach of our Boomers Under 12 Boys program, what can current and any prospective future new players to represent in basketball expect experience in the 21-22 VJBL season?
To me, one of the first valuable experiences young athletes are going to gain from the Under 12 rep program is the importance of being part of a team and what part you play in that team to help everyone do their best. So that's probably the first thing for this. In addition to that, the club has a wealth of experience across all age groups, particularly with us in the under 12s. You have the young and the more older experienced coaches, which we all help each other from how we teach and gain energy from each other across the coaching group. So no matter what team you're in, we have a group environment. We spend the start of every training in group sessions so that you can get to know more than just your 10 in your team. You'll get to know 40, 50 kids and so forth. So it's a great chance for the kids particularly to get to know each other, but also to challenge themselves against other kids that they won't get to do in their normal part of their training, which is just part of their team.
That's brilliant. Fantastic. Sounds like a really exciting way to start those training sessions off. So finally, and I appreciate all of your time, what advice can you provide to any young athletes or their families who are considering making the step from domestic into representative basketball this year?
Well, first, to give it a go. Don't be afraid of what other people say. If you're in environments where where people don't recommend it. But for me, like all things in life, what you put into things is what you'll get back in return. So you do have a greater commitment, requirement for greater commitment in rep basketball, but it goes both ways. The coaches in the club also give you that commitment to help develop the skills and the life skills as well of the young athletes. So I would say expect to meet more people, new people, who also love to watch their kids learn, improve, and be successful. while still having fun. The most important thing, kids, particularly at this age, learn while they're having fun. So it's important to have a good balance in trainings and games to keep it fun. But also I'd like to say a lot of parents seem to think there's just too much travel involved in rep. And I would be the first to say that it's very rare that you travel regularly. So quite often you're playing and training so close to home, it's not that much of a great commitment. But there are occasional times where you do need to travel. But that's time for you with your child in your car, which for me is a great talking time to get to know your kids better anyhow. So yes, it is a greater commitment, but what you put in is what you will get back in return.
Sensational. Look, I really appreciate your time, Rob. Some great insight there and some great advice, especially for new parents coming into the program. We've got a great deal of respect for you, Rob, and for what you're doing. Congratulations on being appointed as the head coach of the under-12 program again this year. We look forward to working with you closely.
Thanks, mate. Go Boomers.